Yo, check it. Sun sinking low, street lights start to glow. I'm feeling so electric, gotta let the whole world know. Listen close, here's how it goes. Yeah. Vibing, vibing, yeah, that's all I do. Vibing, vibing with me and my crew. We just vibing, vibing, is that okay with you? Vibing, vibing.
It is a mic check. QI is in the building.
Concrete jungle, where dreams crumble. Life ain't always gentle, but tonight we gonna rumble. Can you feel that it's real? Yeah. Vibing, vibing, yeah, that's all I do.
Peace, 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 peace. Mic check. It is QI unapologetically entering the building as usual. Let me turn this down. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been vibing. And trying to, keep myself in the algorithm. Therefore, although I'm not gonna end up doing primarily B sector content, I'm sort of, phase myself out and into some other stuff, but it's gonna be similar to the way that I do it now. And there is gonna be some better production coming as well. But I was over at Lemons and I was listening because today I thought was the lunch off for the new sector. They was going to start by letting so not be, I guess they said all of the everybody was welcome in the new sector, but it's not really a new sector. The beef, or there's nothing wrong with. Because I've heard people talking about what the beef sector is doing is growing. No, the beef sector is not growing. You only have about a handful of beef sector content creators from the original beef sector beef sector that's getting numbers. Everybody else has been blocked out, blacked out, and they're attempting to black out VS. They almost had blacked out. They had blacked out J Dunn. J Dunn lunched on to VS and got herself some more momentum. But if y'all can notice that, the major players, there's only a handful of major players. It's greed. And it has nothing to do with nothing else. No doxing, no nothing. It has to do with greed and them wanting to control the sector and control the money. Because basically they are making people pay for exposure. They're making people pay to get in and stuff like that, which is illegal and against YouTube guidelines. But let me get on this next topic, right? So I'm over there listening and I hear two P's jump up, which is nobody on Lemons. The only people who are on Lemons panel tonight that was B sector was Sour Patch and Rick Reed. And they weren't OGs. They weren't OGs from the B sector. All right, so basically, Two P's jumped on the panel, and Two P's was basically asking Lemon about the guy named MJ. Y'all know MJ. That's the guy that said his butt was wet. That's the guy who, that's the guy who threw the water bottle or threw the drink soda at Lemon or whatever, right? From his apartment complex. So Two P's was basically saying that somebody said that Lemon doxed Beans and Cornbread over on whose channel was that? Lori's channel. Lori, aka Lolo's channel. Okay, and according to what Beans said, what Two P said, he did. Because nobody knew. Some of the closest people knew that Beans lived in California, but nobody knew that Beans was actually in the same city as Lemon. So if Lemon gets up there and say that MJ and Beans work at the same hospital, basically, and everybody know that Beans is a nurse, basically you've doxed her right there. You've given out enough identifying information for people to sort of search her down, locate her. There's just a few more things that might need nooks and crannies that might need to be crossed out, but basically you gave them enough information. So Lemon did dox, and he did it intentionally. But as usual, Lemon throws the rock and hides his hand. He's very sneaky. He's a narcissist, and just like Sour Patch, I'm so glad she told him. She was like, he runs around and he try to make it seem like all of these people are obsessed with him, right? And I'm finally glad that Sour Patch told him, she wasn't obsessed with him. If she was, she wouldn't have been playing around with Big Man TV and him at the same time. Because Lemmy got mad because Sour Patch went over there and did a little tease for Vietnam. All right. And so basically I've noticed that like just Krista has been minding her own business in these different sectors, because sometimes this stuff will pop up and you'll see her like on a panel or whatever, right? And on different panels, and none of them have been like really B sector panels. And I've also seen where Lemon have gone over to these other sectors and other panels and harassed just Krista, right? And like he felt like he had the upper hand. Him and his buddy, homegirl Lady Snoop, felt like they had the upper hand with the pills situation. Because they love to degrade women, like both of them, the Snoop and Lady Snoop and Lemon. They both like to degrade women because they have insecurity issues, and it's projecting. And it's their insecurity issues are horrible, because they do it on a daily basis. Just like last night, the way he talked to that girl, Cat Flower Power, it was embarrassing. That was pure verbal, ABUSIVE, pure. And and I've already told y'all that he has narcissistic abusive tendencies. Like not tendencies, he's narcissistic abusive. He's self-admitted to be a narcissist. Okay, but here's what's happening with Krista, and this is why I've spoken up about it. What's happening with Krista and Clyde is that, like, he keeps talking about them. Clyde should have stuck with me. Clyde, trying to extract or keep people from supporting them, right? Just like he did the same thing, like when it came down to me. Like him and Resto ran out that fake narrative. And notice Resto was on the channel because all of the sausage party, all of the boys work together, right? Because it's to take over the B sector, to extract the money from the B sector. Because the B sector is predominantly women and LGBTQIA. But that's not who's making money in this sector. And they're trying to take it a whole second notch with that fake new sector stuff. And it's just so that, narcissists, greedy people can stay in control. Y'all pay attention. But, I'm pointing this out because I'm pointing out the pathology of Lemon. I've been telling y'all for a long time. Now, finally, other people are coming out to, speak. And that's why I'm speaking right behind them to confirm or affirm what they have said. He's an issue. He's a problem. And he's really, I'm sorry, he's a detriment to the sector, a detriment to other country creators, because you're looking at somebody who will do anything to stay on top. And if he's not even getting paid, then people are like, I get it with the Shakim stuff. But yeah, Shakim has a right to be upset behind, because he planned to belittle or humiliate Shakim, because Shakim is more talented, more entertaining, more intelligent than he is. So he planned to try to paint Shakim as bad, like he tries to paint everybody else as bad stalkers, like he's the stuff. And what's sad is he's programming people, because people are believing, oh, you run the sector, oh, you doing this, are you creating just because he says it. Y'all got to stop believing the words that people say and actually look at the real life action. And numbers mean nothing, because he's not cranking out any content that's helping to circulate the sector, or content that can circulate. And then most of the reporters are the people who are surrounded by him are people who basically brainwash us too with some MK Ultra by repeating the same thing that happens on his panel. Now I know I'm doing it right now and I just started, but I'm doing it for a specific reason because I need y'all to wake up, especially if you're a content creator. You're not going to win by supporting Lemon. Lemon's not going to let you get bigger than him because he considers himself the program. And, and he doesn't respect people because, like I did nothing to him initially. All I did was support him. I defended him. He doesn't respect people who, genuinely try to work with him, genuinely try to help him, things of that nature. Notice the people who gave money didn't do anything to him. People who give cash ups didn't do anything. But most of the initial people who were just there trying to, okay, you got your channel started. We, let me, try to help as best as possible, blah, blah, blah. Nothing, not a thing. And especially if he knows that you have potential. And that's a lot of these people's problem. And that's what's going on in the sector. The people with the most potential are the ones that are not getting the numbers. The people with the most potential are the ones that are getting stomped on, slandered, defamed, and, anything other than just like Clyde. Clyde, entertaining on her own. Just let people sit back and do they do. Because, like most of the people that they're talking about found their own lanes. Her King found his own lane. I like to find my own lane. And we're tired of seeing the same thing from panel to panel, channel to channel. But that's all I got to say because I'm getting ready to go to bed. But I just want to point out the fact that, he docs, a lot of that stuff, a lot of stuff, basically came out. And Lemon's always going to find is the typical narcissist. Just like in the Shaquem situation, it was his fault. And now he's found a way to be victim. And every situation the majority of the situations is his fault. And then he finds a way to play victim. So I'm just pointing out the pathology, the psychology, and the patterns of behavior for y'all to watch for. Now, if you support that, that means you're a narcissist. You have, some issues yourself. And you're out here, you want to project onto the masses and stuff like that. And you shouldn't be on here either. Inflicting your pain onto others. But at any rate, that's all I got to say. I'm unapologetically about to exit this building right quick so I can unapologetically, try to take my butt to bed. But I might end up, debating, depending on what, happens on another channel later. But peace out, peace, hair grease, and all that good stuff. And I'm out. Love. One.